Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Feliz Navidad. My name is Chris Popula, and we're talking about the 25 things Jesus says about Christmas to see how it changes the way you and I celebrate the season when we go straight to the source. Now, in our last video, we talked about Jesus' famous words of how God so loved the world in John 3:16. But if we scan our eyes to the very next verse, Jesus gives a follow-up statement about his birth that comes in at number 20 on our countdown when he says, "For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him." Now you might hear the word save and that rubs you the wrong way because you're thinking, I don't need to be saved. No matter how many times you spray paint Jesus saves on the overpass, I'm still not going to be convinced, and that's fine. But just make sure you're not mishearing Jesus here before you respond for yourself. Because Jesus didn't call himself a savior to save people from their badness, or to save people from their sickness, or to save people from their sadness. When we read Jesus' words here, we see that he's claiming he was sent by God to save you from a condemnation. And more specifically, a condemnation to death. Hence the reason songs like Joy to the World say he was born that man no more may die. For Jesus, death is all the evidence you need for this idea that there's something called sin that has its hold on the world, you and I included. And so God sends his Son to save the world from condemnation to death. So how does this change the way you and I celebrate the season? Well, just take a look at all of the symbols of life all around you this time of year, from wreaths to garland to Christmas trees to mistletoes. You can use all of these symbols of life and the smell of pine in the air to consider Jesus' words here, that he came to save you from a condemnation to death and bring you to life. And however you answer that claim, a more thoughtful Christmas celebration awaits you. Now, this is not all that Jesus says about Christmas. That's why we've made a playlist over here that you can check out of the other 25 things Jesus says about Christmas. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thanks so much.